Jeremy Corbyn speaking to Harry Smith. An area twice the size of Dundee is lying vacant or derelict in Scotland. That's the equivalent of around 18,000 international rugby pitches. Now, a task force has been set up to transform the land and bring it back into productive use. The initiative aims to reduce the amount of wasted space by half by the year 2025.
Well, our reporter Laura Hamilton has been finding out how these transformations are going to happen, and we can join her at Granton for more. Laura.
Well, this will be a familiar sight to many communities across Scotland. Overgrown weeds and fences hiding empty and wasted space that could be put to much better use. It's a problem that particularly affects people living in disadvantaged areas. 3 in 5 people in those communities live within 500 metres of a site like this. Now, a new task force is aiming to help tackle the issue.
This is Social Bite Village in Edinburgh. It's being hailed as a positive example of how vacant land can be transformed.
They developed it, transformed it, raised the money to do that privately, and now it's all been groundwork connected to electricity, connected to utilities, and there's 11 houses there now, 11 prefabricated wooden houses, a big community hub, and it's started to become a little thriving community. There's currently 11 people living there.
This was once an example of an area that was derelict and serving no real purpose. Now, however, it's been transformed into a community. It's hoped that with the formation of a new task force, other sites will now follow suit.
Almost 12,000 hectares of land are lying derelict across Scotland. The Scottish Land Commission and SEPA have joined forces with the Scottish Government to try to bring that land back into meaningful use.
There's an enormous amount of land, people know about this, they can see it in their own communities, sitting unused, and from our perspective and from SEPA and Land Commission's perspective, we need to have a real look at how we can bring that land into productive use.
A register of disused property was set up 30 years ago, but the total area, roughly twice the size of Dundee, hasn't changed much since then.
There's a long history for many sites, particularly with an industrial legacy and obviously technical issues around contamination of land. So there's many factors involved, and that's really why we're bringing together a group that cuts across the public, private and social enterprise sectors to take a more entrepreneurial, imaginative approach to really unlock what the potential opportunities are for these sites.
The task force aims to halve the amount of Scotland's derelict land by 2025. It's hoped by then eyesores like this will be a thing of the past. Laura Hamilton, STV News, Edinburgh.